Hey, good morning. Hello. I'm just making sure on my phone that I'm live because, sometimes it says you're live and you aren't really. So, good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am Sherri-Lee, the founder of the Facebook Success Formula show, as well as the Facebook Business Builders Club. I'm so happy that you're here with me today and watching this video. Whether you're watching live or on replay, please take a moment and just say hi to me. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what you do. I'm here to support you and help you, and I help entrepreneurs all over the world use Facebook to grow their businesses so that they can create the lives of their dreams. So tell me what your dream is. Tell me what you are, why you're on Facebook, what you're looking for, what you need support in. Today we're talking about the anatomy of high converting Facebook ads. Now there's a bit to it, so I'm going to spread this out over a few weeks. We're going to come together every Thursday at 11 a.m., so make sure you mark your calendar and that you are here with me, and it's going to be available for you as a replay on the page. But we're going to spread this out because there's quite a few things around Facebook ads to think about, and so many things that I made some notes because, I don't want to forget anything, and notes help. So let's just talk about, Facebook ads as a whole are an amazing tool, and they are meant to be a tool in your toolbox. They are not meant to make up for anywhere that there might be a gap in your system, in your ability to sell. So I always say to people when they talk to me, when people approach me and want me to run their Facebook ads for them or any of those things, I always ask them, have you sold this thing already in advance? Have you sold it organically before you've approached me for Facebook ads? And if the answer is no, then I ask them, what have you done? How have you tried to sell them? Have you had a problem selling them? Is there something that, is not working? Where's the gap, right? Because if you haven't sold this thing organically, Facebook ads are not going to correct a sales problem for you. They aren't going to all of a sudden miraculously make your thing the hottest item on the earth and make it sell like hotcakes to everyone. Okay, so we need to have a few things in place in the background before we jump into Facebook ads. We have to know that the thing we're trying to sell is something that's going to be sellable. We have to know who we're selling these items to and what problem it solves for them. If we aren't clear on the problem that it solves for them, then how do we sell it? Right? People aren't buying things because there's 8 modules. They're buying things because of the result that they're going to get if they stick through and do those 8 modules. They aren't buying something because it's an hour of training. They're buying something because of what they're going to learn and the result they're going to get when they implement what they learn in the training. So we need to be super clear on those things as well. So those are sort of things, and then we have to make sure that we are knowing who we are selling to. We don't want to be throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping something sticks, especially when we're running ads and spending money. Because when you're spending money now, wasting your time isn't a good idea either. Who wants to do that? But wasting money is even worse. So if you aren't sure who you should be showing your ads to, if you aren't sure who your dream prospects are, then running ads and hoping somebody is going to see your ad and want what you're selling is as effective as a newspaper ad, which really aren't that effective, right? They aren't very targeted, and we want to leverage the power of this platform. So we don't want to come on to Facebook and run ads the same way we would if we were running newspaper ads and just go, well, okay, my target audience is 1 million people and somebody in there must be interested. We don't want to take that spray and pray kind of approach with Facebook ads. We want to be very targeted and very specific in who we are reaching out to. All right, so we need to have those things in the background. And then when we get into the ads, we have to be clear on a bunch of things. And as I said, I'm going to split this out over a few sessions here because this is a lot. So we've got to know about our objective. What is the objective of this ad? We've got to be clear on our targeting. We just talked about that a little bit. We have to know what our budget is. And budgeting is always a question everybody asks, how much should I spend for this? Well, the first thing is how much can you afford? And then the next thing is what's it going to cost? So we're going to talk about budgeting at another time. The placement of your ads is super important. Where do you want these ads to show up? If you are running an ad to, let's say, people over 65 about retirement planning, does it make sense to run it to the audience network and show those ads there where people are playing games, because maybe your audience isn't playing games, right? So there's a whole bunch of placements. We can choose between Facebook and Instagram. We have to know where we want these ads to show. Okay, so that's an important piece. What we're going to focus on today is the ad itself. And I've got a resource for you. So if you're interested in getting this resource, this is the Ultimate Facebook Ads checklist template. Ultimate Facebook Ads template that I've got for you. If you'd like that, please just comment with the word ads, and I will reach out to you afterwards and give you the link where you can get hold of this resource, okay? It is a full walkthrough of what we're talking about today. We are talking specifically about the ad creative. So this is the actual ad that people will see in their newsfeed, right? Remember, that's where people are going to see their ads. So there's 4 main elements to a very high converting Facebook ad that we want to make sure we are focused on. First, you've got to have the right creative, meaning the image has to be the right image. We're going to talk about that. Then there is your copy, the words that people are going to say. All right, so we've got to have the right image, we've got to have the right copy. There's 4 specific pieces here. Let's start with the image, because the job of the image in an ad or in your post, anywhere, is to make people stop scrolling so that they will look at your copy. I'm going to say that again because a lot of people don't get this, okay? The purpose of your image is to make people to stop scrolling past your copy. It is to make people stop from that hypnotic scroll that everybody gets into in the newsfeed, right? They're scrolling. Content is being created at 1,000,000 miles a minute. I always say that the newsfeed's like the Autobahn in Germany. Everything is just flying at lightning speed. There is just so much content being created and so much content out there. People get kind of brain numb to it, and they're looking for something to grab their attention that is going to solve the problem, the reason why they're on Facebook. And it might just be to be entertained. It might not be to be sold to, right? So we need to have an image that stands out in the newsfeed, that really grabs people's attention. And so it is rarely an image that is in really close alignment with the thing we're talking about. It's rarely an image that is a picture of you showing the thing. We rarely want that to be the image. Now, I'm not saying never, but I'm saying rarely. We have to test our images to know exactly what's going to work and what's not going to work. We have to know our audience to know what they're going to respond to. But it's rarely the image that's branded and looks professional, like a professional photo shoot's been done and everything is just perfect, because it looks too much like an ad. And people are not on Facebook to be sold to by strangers. So they really want an image that is going to grab their attention, that's going to reach out. So a video might be a really good choice. A bright colored image that stands out, that is completely opposite, that will make people screech to a halt in the newsfeed. That is the most important thing. We want it to evoke an emotion in the person that is seeing it. We want it to screech them to a halt on the Autobahn there, not crash anybody, hopefully. And we want it to make them curious because, oh, okay, this picture's amazing. What's this about is the next question that comes to mind. And that's when their eyes scan up and look for the copy. So our copy has 3 main elements to it, okay? We want to start with a compelling question. That question that makes people say yes. Facebook is meant to be a very positive place, and we want to be approaching people with a positive. I know a lot of marketing people talk about speak to the pain. Personally, and I think today in 2022 more than ever, it's more important that we are speaking in a positive tone. There's enough negativity out there in the world. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my water, having a quick sip. And there's enough negativity out there. We want to be really focused on the positive. So we want a compelling question that gets people, when they read it, to say yes. So an example for me, would you like to know how to write high converting Facebook ads? Yes. There you go. That would be a yes. Now, when people say yes, they have buy-in, and it makes their brain be curious to what's coming next. Now, on the reverse, if the question was written so that it would say no, then they have said no, they're going to scroll on. They're going to move on past what we have asked them because they've answered the question. No, I'm good. See what I'm saying? So we don't want to say something where they go, no, that's okay. I'm fine. I don't need that. We want the question to be saying, yes. Is this making sense to you? If you're watching live or on replay, let me know if this is making sense. We want that compelling question to get people to say yes. Okay? Would you like to know how to write? Would you like to know how to create high converting Facebook ads? Yes, I would. What's next? Why have you asked me that? What can you give me? We've positioned it into the right place. Would you like to know how to grow an engaged community on Facebook? Yes, I would. Would you like to know how to grow your business without working 24/7? Yes, I would. What's next? So we're aiming for a yes question. All right, so if you've got some ideas of yes questions for yourself, pop them in the chat. I'd love to see them. So after they've read that compelling question, then we want them to read the authority positioning statement. So this is the place where you get to build rapport and let people know you understand the struggle that they're having and the dream that they have, okay? This is where you get to say, I understand what you want. I've been there too. I get it. I know what you're needing. I had that same problem. I didn't know how to write high converting ads either when I first started out. And through trial and error and pain and spending lots of money, I learned how. So we're letting them know, we're building a rapport with this piece of the copy that we have been where they are. This allows us to be the authority in what we say we can do. This allows the next piece, which is the irresistible call to action, to have validity. Right? We don't want to just say, ask the question, and then go claim this thing, because we haven't, there's a gap there between, would you like to create high converting ads? There's a gap there with claim this. Well, why would I claim this thing if I don't know that you actually know what you say you know? Okay? So we want to have that yes question feed into the authority positioning statement where it says, I get it. I've been there. I struggled with this too. And then I found a solution. Then I found the workaround. Then I created a system. So we get to position ourselves as the authority so that we are saying, it makes sense to listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. And then the next piece of copy is the irresistible call to action, where we get to say, here's what we want you to do next. All right, I'd like to share with you how to create high converting Facebook ads. I want you to be able to create high converting ads too. So I've created the ultimate Facebook ads template and workbook for you. Would you like it? Click here. Now we have taken them out of the mindless scroll. We've made them stop. We've asked them a question that built rapport. We positioned ourselves as the authority, and we got them to take action in a split second in the amount of time people have to invest in things on Facebook. We've had them make micro commitments all the way through, which is something I talk about a lot, right? Micro commitments, stop and look at the picture, read the question, micro commitment, yes. Read the authority positioning statement, micro commitment, I believe you. I know that you understand what my problem is now. Irresistible call to action, micro commitment, clicks on this, lands to your landing page. Now, we'll talk about landing pages another time because those are a whole nother thing. But that is the elements of a high converting ad. And if you would like the ultimate Facebook ads template and workbook, just comment with the word ads and I will reach out to you and get that resource to you, okay? Because Facebook ads are still super powerful. There is such a great opportunity here. A lot of people are complaining right now that they don't work the way they used to. And that means there's an opportunity for those of us to find a new path. They aren't going anywhere. There's a new opportunity here. There's a new way to use them. And what worked before doesn't work before. And what's working now is completely different, but it's working now. That's what's got, my clients getting really high quality leads at $3 per lead. That's what's got my clients selling out their programs over and over again. That's what's got me doubling my business. This is what we can do when we have an open mind, and it comes from a place of space and curiosity and not going, this worked before and now it doesn't. So that shouldn't grind us to a halt. That should inspire us to find the new way, because behind every change is an opportunity. All right? So that's it for me today. I am Sherri-Lee, the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club. This has been the Facebook Success Formula Show, and I am here to support you in growing your business so that you can create the life of your dreams. All right, if you would like the Ultimate Facebook Ads Template and Workbook, just comment with the word ads, and I will reach out to you to get that resource to you. Join me next Thursday, and we'll continue talking about high converting Facebook ads. Bye for now.